driving up everybody's insurance rates. Distracted drivers are also driving up our rates. So how do we get lower car insurance? We work with a national car insurance company that offers generous discounts for good drivers and multiple lines. Are you a homeowner? You get a discount. Have a couple cars. You get a discount. Have a boat or RV. You get a discount. Accident-free? You get another discount. Grab your phone and visit our website gooddriver.us and answer some questions, and our representative will reach out the next business day. Discounts are the key to lower insurance rates. If you are a bad driver, please shop somewhere else. We love careful, respectful, and good drivers. Go to gooddriver.us before your car insurance policy renews. Start saving money and get the reward for being a good driver today. Do not delay. gooddriver.us.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're going through a divorce, dealing with custody or child support issues, or any other family matters, give us a call today at 775-727-9900. We have a team dedicated to protecting your interests and defending your rights. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and have received Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years. We're conveniently located to meet and provide you with a free consultation on your legal matter. So give us a call today. Again, 727-9900.
At Desert View Hospital, we have a shared commitment of community, much like Valley Electric and Valley Communications. Working with a local provider is critical to us. The hospital environment is very demanding. Having fiber has improved our efficiency tremendously. Since the fiber installation, we were able to do an entire land remediation of our building and also switch to a new medical charting system. We absolutely love our fiber, and it has enabled us to grow with our community.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating, new, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry. Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio, and we're also streaming at KPVM.TV. We're also on your Roku devices. It is Tuesday, April 21st. And in our top story, voters in Nye County get the opportunity to hear from candidates in the upcoming elections at a debate-style event held at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. County Clerk candidates and District 5 Commissioner hopefuls were all there, as well as those running for District Attorney. Tonight, we focus on the race for Nye County District 5 County Commissioner.
On Monday, April 20th, the Nye County Republican Club held the first of 2 scheduled debates at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. The first debate featured candidates for District Attorney, County Clerk, and 3 candidates running for Nye County Commissioner in District 5. Tonight, we're highlighting the District 5 Commissioner candidates who took part in that debate: Deborah Strickland, Jeff Snow, and Matt Sadler. The candidates began by introducing themselves. Incumbent Deborah Strickland said she has lived in Pahrump since 1973, has served as commissioner for the last 2 elections, and owns multiple businesses in the community. Jeff Snow described himself as retired law enforcement and a retired fire arson investigator who was assigned to Nye County. He said his number one concern is public safety, adding that because he does not own a business, that would be his primary focus. Matt Sadler said he moved his family to Pahrump because of its small, sensible government, which he said made it a good place to start a business and raise a family. The candidates were then asked what is needed to build more infrastructure in District 5. Sadler said, commissioners need to make the area more appealing to businesses.
Our job is to present a fair playing field where it is encouraging for these businesses to come out here. So
Strickland said identifying shovel-ready land is important.
So if I can take, us as commissioners can take a specific piece of property and say that one right there, and that one right there, and that one right there are buildable, they're shovel-ready. That's where you should go.
Snow said that until the community focuses on safety, businesses will be reluctant to come to town.
But primarily, until we fix public safety, people don't want to come here. They're afraid to come here.
The candidates were also asked how they would handle working on a project with someone they consider an adversary. Strickland said she would go directly to the biggest adversary, and if that person did not agree, there may be a good reason to step back. Try
to figure out when you've got something of importance, who is going to be your biggest adversary. If you can, in fact, influence them, if there's a chance, then you go there first. But the idea is if they are so set, you have commissioners that don't see what you see, there's probably a very damn good reason. Perhaps you should listen to that and stand down for another moment. Thank you.
Snow said it is important to agree to disagree, build alliances on certain issues, and still fight tooth and nail for what is in the best interest of his constituents.
Agree to disagree. We've lost that in the commission. We can agree to disagree, move on, figure out the problem, where the disagreement is, work through the problem. If I need help getting something through that the community, you guys want, guess where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to you, the community.
Sadler said disagreements need to be worked through, and while it is okay for discussions to get heated when people are passionate, leaders should step away, come back, and continue working on a solution. He also said he wants to build a team of commissioners that works for the people, not against them, which he says is what is happening right now.
There's been times where I've had the feeling, one or two of these guys know they're not going to convince the other 3 to turn, so they're just going to lay down, tuck their tail, give up. But if it's the right thing to do, they need to work harder for you. They need to hash it out right there on the board. Make it, reopen public comment after they have the next vociferous discussion. If someone gets hot and heated, maybe take a little recess, come back, figure it out.
Ultimately, all 3 candidates used the debate to lay out their vision for District 5. Incumbent Deborah Strickland focused on her record, highlighting her experience in what she says is continued progress during her time in office.
The fact is, I've been here doing this job, learning all the ins and outs and figuring out how I can help you. And if you don't see that, I understand, because you're never going to then, because it's been done and getting done. You need to sit down and think about who you're going to represent, who you want representing you, and what you want to see get done in the next few years, because this is the time.
Matt Sadler emphasized the need for a more community-driven commission, saying he wants to ensure the public feels heard and represented during meetings.
Make a difference, or if your goal is to make a change in the primary, this is across the board, not only Commission 5, it's in other races as well. If you do not register as a Republican, go there and vote, and encourage your neighbors who might be nonpartisan, libertarian, even Democrat, if they've got a sound mind. Tell them that they should register as a Republican, make their voice heard.
Jeff Snow pointed to his years of public service, stressing a commitment to supporting first responders and improving overall safety in the community.
I'm retired law enforcement. I want law and order here. I want people to feel safe walking down the street. I want to bring in development. And when I say development, things for children to do, more parks. I don't want them to sit on a desk or go through the process of 20 plus years to get something done.
All three candidates presented strong arguments as they made their case to the voters. Tomorrow, we'll continue our coverage with more highlights from the debate.
Imagine this happens to you. You're driving along and someone causes you to be in an accident. And now you're stuck with these injuries and damages, dealing with the insurance agents and the attorneys, getting nowhere.
The accident wasn't even my fault.
Good luck proving it, sweetheart.
We're paying you nothing, not a buckus.
You need someone on your side. You need a David to fight your Goliath. All you gotta do is dial. You ready?
Call 830-7070.
Anthony Paglia, injury lawyer.
Uh-oh.
I'll get you the money you deserve.
Thank you, Anthony Paglia.
If you've ever been hurt in a car accident, slip and fall, dog bite, or have a head or spinal injury, or God forbid a family member has a fatal accident, now you know where to get your dough. Call 830-7070. Hey, is your firm hiring?
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, NAB, that convention is currently taking place in Las Vegas. So radio and television broadcasters and anyone else making content these days are gathering this week at the Las Vegas Convention Center for their annual industry meetup. News 25's Chris Palermo reports.
The National Association of Broadcasters Convention, otherwise known as the NAB, is in town at the Las Vegas Convention Center this week until Wednesday. It kicked off Sunday and News 25 was there. Many attendees took advantage of the Vegas Loop, which is free to ride between convention center buildings. Of course, there are the usual showroom floors you'd see at a trade show. These booths are staffed by the pros looking to get their products and services into any type of broadcasting facility. There are workshops, meetings, and symposiums. NAB in recent years has developed a mobile app to help you plan your visit and keep track of everything on the schedule that may interest you. There's a lot to see. There's even a NAB store selling gear. Many industries collide at NAB: radio, television, marketing, sales, and so on. Of course, podcasting has changed the industry, and many products are focused on that application. By far, the most prominent topic at the convention, like recent years, is the advent of artificial intelligence and how to smartly integrate it into the broadcasting world.
3 times where a technology has come around that has been able to generate and create an image, like the camera, a computer, and now AI. And in each of those moments previously, our industry changed, and arguably changed for the better and the more exciting. So I think it's the most exciting moment right now.
Another talk given was asking the question, who owns the audience, Facebook or the broadcaster?
And a lot of lower income people watch over-the-air television, right? I mean, it makes sense, because a bunch of streaming services can be very expensive, those kinds of things. So we have been reaching out to them a lot to try and make sure they're also an audience, viewers, users that might struggle with technology, may not have the latest platforms to do things.
Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. I'm Casey Kasem. Well, not really. I'm Chris Palermo reporting from the Las Vegas Convention Center for News 25.
Well, $5,000 for a headbutt? Mikey Ruhan explains that and more now in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Vegas Golden Knights returned to action Tuesday, taking on Utah Mammoth in a pivotal Game 2 of their first-round playoff series. Because in Vegas, Game 1 is an appetizer, Game 2 is where things get spicy. The Golden Knights are 8-3 in series after taking a 1-0 lead, but oddly enough, just 5-6 all-time in Game 2 at home after that. So basically, they celebrate early, then remember, oh right, there's more hockey. Puck drop at T-Mobile Arena is set for 6:30 p.m. Utah Mammoth defenseman Sean Durzi is opening his wallet. The NHL fined him $5,000 for headbutting Vegas defenseman Rasmus Andersson during Sunday's scrum. $5,000 for a headbutt, which in Vegas is either a penalty or a really bad night on Fremont Street. Off the ice, a new arena proposal has entered the already crowded race to bring the NBA to Las Vegas. The proposed Las Vegas Diamond Arena would sit on the south end of the strip near Mandalay Bay, because nothing says we need another arena like building one right next to everything else. And the Las Vegas Aviators return home tonight, opening a 6-game series against the Salt Lake Bees. First pitch, 7:05. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thanks so much, Mikey. And we have much more electrifying news for you when we return.
When it comes to your safety and security, Pahrump Lock and Safe comes to mind. Pahrump Lock and Safe has been providing security and peace of mind throughout southern Nevada. Of course, you know about their 24/7 emergency service, but there's more. Pahrump Lock and Safe offers safe opening and repair, high security safe service, electronic locks, high security locks, access control systems, and much more services. Call 702-379-8441. Pahrump Lock and Safe, your key to security.
Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza, introducing you to our new service manager, John Gearloff. John, what's the exciting news?
Thanks, Greg. We just finished expanding our service center by 3,100 square feet and extended our quick lube hours from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the week, all designed to better serve our customers. We can service all makes and models. Get great deals from a quick oil change to brakes, tires, or major mechanical repairs. Our goal is to be your one-stop shop. Our ASE and GM certified technicians are here to take care of all your vehicle needs. Schedule your next appointment at PahrumpCars.com. Please stop by and see us at the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. I look forward to meeting you. We love you, Pahrump!
My friend Mary Tyler Moore was diagnosed with diabetes at age 33 and suffered severe vision loss from this disease later in life. Mary often spoke of her dream to create an organization dedicated to preventing blindness from diabetes. Today, the Mary Tyler Moore Vision Initiative is a reality. MTM Vision is dedicated to advancing medical research to preserve and restore the vision of people living with diabetes. To learn more, please go to marytylermore.org, because the sight you save may be that of someone you love.
Happy retirement, Dad.
Thank you very much.
So, Dad, what are you gonna do next?
We just miss being around kids.
And we aren't done yet.
Milton Hershey School house parents? What's that?
Being a house parent is much more than a job. It's a purpose.
How will you afford to move?
Can we even visit you guys while you're in Hershey?
Oh, you can come visit.
And we'll save even more money because we won't have to pay for housing, utilities, and meals.
And the school provides everything we need to make a difference in these kids' lives.
We won't be alone. There'll be people like us from all over the country helping care for these students.
You're set on it, aren't you?
Absolutely.
It's a new chapter for you, and the kids who deserve one too. Discover what's next at Milton Hershey School.
This March, it's a declaration of deals all month long at Cited Trudeau Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We're declaring savings across the lot, and it starts with no payments for 90 days. Right now, get into a brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn or Laramie with available 0% financing for 60 months. Or take up to $6,500 in max savings. Every Ram is backed by America's best full-size truck powertrain limited warranty, 10 years or 100,000 miles. That's confidence you can count on. We're proud to be Pahrump's original hometown dealer. Family-owned, veteran-owned, and operated for over 24 years. Serving our community with integrity isn't just business, it's personal. The declaration of deals is happening now at Cited Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram, where America shops for trucks. Come see us today and declare your deal.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
Because with the help of my VA care team, I'm reaching new heights.
Learn more at vacareers.va.gov/PSA.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, today Valley Electric Association is taking us on a trip to see the roots of a utility pole and its transformation into what is used to bring all that electricity inside our homes.
This segment of News 25 is brought to you by Valley Electric and its family of companies focused on serving our members. We're better together.
Ever wonder how a tree becomes a utility pole? In the United States, most electric distribution poles are made from southern yellow pine, a species grown throughout the southeastern region of the country. Virtually all of these distribution poles are cut from carefully managed stands of timber, usually from 35 to 40 years of age. Only about 15 to 20% of pole-sized trees are actually of high enough quality physically for possible use as utility poles. Once harvested, the selected trees are delivered to the processing facility for debarking and machining. After being cut to the desired length, they are measured to determine the proper size class. The pole's class determines its load capacity. Next, poles are dried and sterilized to kill any decay spores that may be present in the wood, a process that normally takes 1 to 3 days. After the poles are dried, they are spread out on skids for framing and inspection. Framing consists of cleaning any bark left over on the poles from peeling, putting required gaines on the poles, boring all necessary holes, and applying burn brands or inset metal tags to the face of the pole. The tags identify the producer, date of treatment, preservative, required preservative retention, length, and class of the pole. Once the framing process is completed, poles are inspected by the producer and then by any outside inspection requested by the consumer. After framing and inspection, the poles are placed on wheeled trams and loaded into long metal treating cylinders that are sealed prior to the poles being subjected to a pressure vacuum treating cycle. After treatment, sample borings are taken from the treated poles and analyzed to determine if the desired preservative penetration and retention requirements have been met. If a pole meets all physical and treatment requirements, it's ready for shipment to your electric cooperative, where it's installed to support power lines in your community, delivering the safe, reliable power you depend on. If you'd like to learn more about the life cycle of a utility pole, contact your local electric cooperative.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look now through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam and hope we don't get blown away by all of those high-speed gusts whipping through Nye County, Death Valley, and parts of Clark County. We have gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. We'll take a closer.
Big rigs can cause big injuries. Get big help. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Accidents happen fast.
Recovery takes time, but your fight for justice starts now.
You need a law firm that fights harder and that can get you more.
Call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
In more local news, a hit and run in Pahrump to tell you about this morning, and the victim, a juvenile, transported to Desert View Hospital. That driver was later found and given a misdemeanor citation. News 25's Cristy Willis was on the scene.
On Tuesday, April 21st, at approximately 8:20 a.m., dispatch received a report of a juvenile being struck by a vehicle in the area of Hickory Street and Rodeo Avenue in Pahrump. According to initial reports, the vehicle involved left the scene before authorities arrived. Deputies responded to the area and began gathering information from witnesses who provided a description of the suspect vehicle as a black SUV, along with additional identifying details. At that time, Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue arrived on the scene and evaluated the juvenile. Out of an abundance of caution, the individual was transported to Desert View Hospital for further medical evaluation. As the investigation continued, deputies canvassed the nearby area in an effort to locate the vehicle. At approximately 10 a.m., the vehicle was located in the area of Blagg Road and Jaybird Street. Authorities made contact with the driver, and following their investigation, the individual was issued a misdemeanor citation. No arrest was made in connection with this incident.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Time now to take a look at our weather conditions here in Pahrump, in Las Vegas, and throughout Nevada. Death Valley's high today, 89. Las Vegas tops out at 84, then drops to 60 overnight. Aragosa's high, 79. Beatty, 75. Goldfield, 65. Tonopah tops out at 63. Carson City's high, 51. Then they drop to the mid-40s overnight. Fallon and Fernley top out in the upper 50s, mid-60s. And here in Pahrump, it is currently a warm and sunny 76 degrees. Our high today was 79 with winds out of the south at 17 miles per hour. Humidity is low at only 9%. Sunrise was at 6:02 a.m. And looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, we are going to have a low overnight first and winds out of the south-southeast at 18 miles per hour. It'll still be windy, which brings those overnight lows down to the upper 40s. Humidity increases to 43%, and sunset will be at 7:23 p.m. And looking ahead to Wednesday, the high will be 72, and we will get increasing temperatures throughout the beginning of our weekend from the mid-70s to 80s, but then there's a slight drop back down into the low 70s for the latter part of the weekend as those winds keep whipping through. And the beginning of our work week, we will have temperatures topping out at only the mid-70s with scattered clouds rolling in this time next week. And we want to wish a very special happy birthday to one of the newest members of the News 25 team. Jillian Tuck is celebrating her birthday today, and we want to thank her for all of the great work she does in sales and in the newsroom editing. She says she'll enjoy her special day with her son who has a game today. So enjoy your time with your family. And we're wishing a very early happy birthday to Mikey Ruhan, who's celebrating officially on tomorrow. That does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
We learn a lot from our families, like valuable life lessons passed down through the generations. Lessons that build healthy habits and skills, and a healthy awareness of potential dangers. Lessons like how to fix a leaky faucet or pipe, so dripping water